so I didn't want to trouble him. Oh, look at that lighting right there. Look at me. Good morning, y'all. So it is Puerto Plata day. It is after 11. I slept in this morning. And now I'm going to go off and look around and see what's going on down there. I've been here a couple times, so I probably won't be out too long. Thomas has already gone down and done all the things, and he's much more of an early riser than I am. So he's like halfway through his day already, and I'm just getting started. But anyway, and then after I'm done, I'll meet back up with him, and we'll go do probably like pool deck type stuff, because the ship's going to be relatively empty for the next couple of hours, so may as well go take advantage of that. And we haven't really hung out much, it feels like, because we're just going in 10 different directions all the time. So maybe we'll actually sit down and chill for a bit by the pool or whatever. But we'll see what happens, and we'll talk soon. All right, y'all, so that's Puerto Plata for today. I spent about an hour out here just kind of walking around, exploring all kinds of shops and things. It's nice that this is our first stop, because I think for a lot of people who have never cruised before or whatever, they've been on the ship for a couple days now, and they're ready to get off and, you know, do something different, and here they are. And then, obviously, we have a few more ports left as well, so lots more to do. I'm gonna get back on board the ship, though, and we'll do whatever's next. We'll talk soon.
Being that I had already been to Puerto Plata, I wasn't too upset about ending my time early. If you saw my MSC Meraviglia series from earlier this year, I actually did the horseback riding excursion here, and that was super awesome. The Taino Bay cruise port is pretty great. They have all kinds of shops and bars and restaurants and even a lazy river and stuff like that, and they're still expanding and improving it. I would have stayed out there a little bit longer, but Tommy and I hadn't really hung out that much, so I wanted to make sure I went back on board and linked back up with him. And we made our way up to the main pool deck, and after a few minutes up there, we were both ready for some lunch, so we made our way into the marketplace buffet. It was nice that the buffet wasn't too crazy crowded, because most people were off the ship at that point, and so we both filled our plates with whatever looked good and grabbed a seat by the window. From there, we made our way to the infinity pool on deck 8. That's an adult-only pool, which is super nice. It gets pretty crowded back there, and it's not always easy to find a seat, but since we were in port, we were able to get one of the fancy loungers. This is probably my favorite pool on board. I think it's really nicely situated on the back of the ship, and it offers good views of the surrounding area. I grabbed a Dos Equis and an Angry Orchard for Tommy, and we sat there and just relaxed for a little bit. He actually fell asleep, which looks super comfortable. I wish I'd had a book. I think on future trips I'm going to try to bring a book to read. I read so many books in grad school that I was a little bit burnt out for a while, but I'm finally ready to read for enjoyment again. But we hung out on that day bed for like 2.5 hours, and eventually we both decided it was time to head back down to the room.
Alright, so I know you guys can't see me, but that's because there's something happening with our room. We don't have any power. This is the second day in a row that this has happened, and oh, I'm at the wall. Okay. Sorry, no, I can't see any more than you have. The thing I want to do is try and figure out if the lights behind the bed will work. Maybe. So I'm just feeling around for a light switch. Nope. I'm flipping switches, you hear that? They don't turn on. I know you guys probably think this video is broken. Look, there's some blue lights and some lights into the door. Let me open the door for you. You see how this so this is showing kind of red. It's flashing red. No matter what we do, no matter how we put the key in. Oh shit, we got light. I don't know what's happening. But okay, let's see if the bathroom light works. Okay, so we got bathroom light. I don't know if I'm just putting the key in the wrong way. Literally 24 cruises. I've never had this happen. Oh, I got full light now. Y'all, I don't know what's happening, but they need to get this fixed because we were having power problems AF. We'll talk soon. All right, y'all. So I don't know how much of the last clip you actually saw because it was literally in pure darkness. But let me explain to you a little bit about what's happening. So this is one of those fancy rooms where you have to have your key in the key slot in order for your room lights to work, etc. But the issue we've been having is even with the key in the slot, our lights don't always work. And when I first got back right now, I was in pure darkness, alone, scared. I don't know what the deal is, but I've never had this happen before on 10 MSC cruises. But it's really starting to like drive me nuts. So there's clearly some sort of short or fault or whatever. Our neighbor was saying they were having the same issue, so it's not just us. So anyway, I'm about to head to the LGBTQ event. I haven't had a chance to do that this cruise because it conflicts with my dinner, which has never been a thing. It's always been later. This cruise has been pretty glitchy. I don't know what the deal is so far, but yeah. We've been having fun, don't get me wrong, but our room is a dud, I feel like. And overall, the vibe has been kind of meh at best. But it's still early on. There's still time for them to improve things. I know it's not anybody's fault, but like, come on, girl. Anyway, I'll take you with me. We'll see what we see. We'll do what we do. And of course, we'll talk soon. So the room lights did stay fully operational the rest of the time I was in there, but their solution every time we went to the desk was to issue us new keys. We literally got 4 sets of keys this cruise. But anyway, from there, I made my way over to the LGBTQ event. I actually stopped in the lobby atrium for a bit because they were having a big party and stuff in there. It was a little bit weird to me because the LGBTQ event conflicted with our dinner time, and I've never seen that happen before. They normally do it before dinner, like around 4 p.m. or so, or they do it after the second dinner, like around 10 p.m. But so in order for me to go to the LGBTQ event, I actually had to ditch main dining dinner that night. And sadly, the LGBTQ event was a bust. There were only a couple of people there, and no one was really interested in getting to know me, but I did get to know the bartenders in that cocktail bar. Tommy and Brenda had gone to the main dining, so after I was done with the LGBTQ event, I made my way up to the Marketplace buffet. At this point, it was late night, so even the dinner buffet was shut down. All they had was the late night stuff, which was like sandwiches and pizza. I was fine with that, so I grabbed a little bit of pretty much everything they had and sat down at a table to eat. And then from there, I made my way up to the pool deck because I really like the bartenders at the Long Island bar, which is the deck 18 bar that overlooks the pool deck. And while I was sitting there, someone recognized me from YouTube and they were like, let's go to the nightclub. And so I was like, heck yeah, let's go. And I went with them in their big group, but then when I got there, it seemed like everybody knew me and everybody wanted to hang out with me, which was kind of a cool feeling. But after a couple of hours, I was definitely done, so I made my way up to deck 8 to close out the vlog for you all. Alright y'all, so that's a wrap really. I'm actually outside on deck 8. You can literally hear and feel the nightclub below us. Le Cabaret Rouge is underneath me on decks 6 and 7. Another good day otherwise. Not bad, can't complain. Had some drinks today. Went out into Puerto Plata and did all the things and whatever, looked around. Didn't do a whole lot out there, but Tommy actually went out into the actual town. I've never even done that here, so maybe at some point I'll go do that as well. But yeah. I want to thank you all so much for traveling with me. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.